to be back just a little. All right. Hi, honeys. Sorry that I'm a couple minutes late. It's, I'm always doing about 12 different things at the same time. And then I suddenly realized, oh shit, it's 8 o'clock. I need to set an alarm, but I never remember to do that. So hi. I was posting the Scully meditation video because people wanted the Scully meditation video posted. I was something else. I was doing 12 things and I can't really remember already. I'm a little tired tonight, so bear with me. Okay. Are you kidding me? Please rate your experience. I'm in the middle of a live. How about not right this second? Okay. Hi. How is everyone tonight? Look at my, see, you can see my piles of stuff. Eventually, someday, I will actually get organized and it will be so cool. But I'll probably always have a corner that's totally disorganized because I just don't know how to be completely organized. It just will never happen that way, ever. I was looking back through 5 years of videos, not really watching them, but just kind of looking at them. And even my tour videos and stuff where it looks like everything is organized. If I go back through them, I'm like, oh, yep, if I turned the camera a little bit, you could have seen the pile of shit that was hiding behind there. But yeah. Yep. I got dumped and I lost my wallet. Oh, I'm sorry. Yuck. It just feels, I don't know. It feels almost like a Mercury kind of thing, and Mercury's out of retrograde now, so I don't know what it is. I'm super whooped today. And it was a nice day out, and I only got I don't know, maybe 10 minutes outside. It was 75 degrees out today. And I got to look at it on the way to work and on the way home. And other than that, I have been getting together Tarot Tuesday and getting ready for Thor's Runes Thursday. I don't know how I'm going to call that still. Runes Thursday. That's what it is. Runes Thursday. And answering messages and all that kind of stuff. It takes me a lot of time to get ready for these studies. And so I end up not having a whole lot of free time lately anyways. I keep thinking it's going to slow down, but it will eventually someday when I'm dead. No, I'm I'm actually good. I'm just tired. Okay. How is everyone? I'm going to say hello to everyone as a collective because I don't want to go back through. If you really need me to see your comments, make sure you put them in caps. That helps me, especially because there's not a whole lot of admins on. Because what happens is, and I'll tell you guys, what happens is, and I love all of my admins are amazing admins and I love them all. But because I teach, and this is really kind of a teaching thing for the beginners, they learn the tarot and then they kind of move on and they don't really watch Tarot Tuesdays because once you know it, it's kind of like, I don't really want to watch all of, and I don't expect them to, just so everyone is aware. I'm not mad at my admins or anything, but because once you know it, you don't really have to go back through it all the time. So, I kind of get less and less help as far as with Tarot Tuesday stuff goes. They're still good with everything else. Yes. I'm going to the mines in Arizona tomorrow. Yay, to see if you can find pyrite. Awesome. It can take a lifetime. That's true. And you can always learn for sure. But sometimes Mama Squirrel can go on and on and on. And I bet you, when Thursday comes around, you'll see a lot more admins in because, we're all kind of new to the runes. So, home for 4 to 6 weeks. Kay, what happened? Oh, you had your hand surgery. You're bored already? Oh, no. Hello, hello, hello. And we enabled the squirrely. Yes, a little bit. Yes, go ahead and click that like button if you can. Beautiful. Poor Hexen is watching from work, and Hexen halftime is working. I know you work, honey. Look at my turkey bottle. Never mind. So today's card is all about standing in your power, knowing that you have the power to manifest what you want, working and busting your ass in order to manifest those things that you want. And so it goes along with, not watching how you speak to yourself. And that's one of the things that we really need to start talking about eventually soon here, because I've been talking to quite a few people. It must be a lot of people need that lesson about talking to yourself, that negative self-talk stuff. We really, need to learn to stop that. Even if we're joking. Someone once told me, hi, Bob, I love you too. Someone once told me that I was enabling my memory issues because I would be like, oh, I have such a bad memory. Well, I need to not say that. What I need to say, if I intend on bringing that energy from the universe my way, I'm doing it wrong. If I'm talking about all the time about how I have such a bad memory, then the universe goes, oh, yes, you do. You have a bad memory. You have a bad memory. Oh, by the way, you wanted bad memory energy? Here you go. Have some more. Because the universe, like energies attract, right? And that's just science. So what you're putting out is what you're pulling back in. So we really do need to watch what we're putting out into the universe, because that's what the universe thinks we want back in. So we need to be careful of what we're putting out there, because that's what we're asking for. My favorite quote from Paulo Coelho is, the universe wants to help you, or whatever the hell the quote is, because my memory is improving. So be aware of that. For sure. Okay. So what are we doing today? The King of Wands. Every time you tell your brain something, yes, it etches in deeper. Exactly. Yes. Negative talk about money. Right? You're like, no, stop. Don't say it. Don't say it. We're great. We're pulling in abundance. That's what you can say. You manifest what you believe. Yes, absolutely. Raise your vibration through finding a better thought to create a better feeling. Exactly. And so I know, guys, believe me, I know that it's really easy to say, fake it till you make it. It's really easy to say that you create your own kind of day. So if you go into work and you're like, today is just going to suck. I'm tired. I don't feel good. I don't want to be there. Guess what? You can create that kind of day for yourself. If you are feeling kind of tired and you're like, okay, I'm going to do 5 jumping jacks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, touch my toes a couple times, and I'm going to say, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to have a great day. And I don't care what comes my way. I know I can handle it because I am that badass. Guess what? You're going to have a great day. Tell yourself that the wrinkles in your brain are where your memories live. I just need more wrinkles. Yes, I love it. I need more. Yes. I may actually take my deck to work from now on so that I can have any one card on hand to draw in any case. Yes, I love it. To look at that card. It's funny. This year for me has been very much a magician kind of card. And we were talking on the Nooner today. So keep in mind, guys, too, that those of you who don't watch Mystic Dragon's Lairs lives, which is fine. I do not mean that you have to. But I have a 4-hour live on Tuesdays before at work. So I'm on camera 4 hours live during the day. And then at night when I get home, I get ready. And then I'm on camera again for like another 2 hours sometimes. So Tuesdays, they can be a little long because that's a long time to not pick your nose or, pick the underwear out of your ass or whatever. You guys all know what I mean. Okay. I missed the Nooner. That's okay. It's all right. You're a badass mama, very empowered. Thank you, Heidi. On Facebook or YouTube? On Facebook. Ready for your close-up? Yes, on Facebook. On Facebook, every Tuesday at noon, I have a 4-hour live every Tuesday at noon. So it does make for a long day. And believe me, I'm living my best life. So I don't mean to sound like I'm complaining about it. But there are some days that I get home and I think, whew, okay. I have to really psych myself up to know that I'm going to have a good show at night too, It happens. 4 hours straight is a long shift. Yeah, it is. It's a spell. Yes, exactly. It is a spell. Exactly, Serena. It really is. Totally a bad Bob. Totally a bad Bob? What's totally a bad Bob? Oh, yeah, Bob today. Poor Bob. All right, I'm going to tell just because you brought it up and I didn't. So here we are, on the Nooner. And it was one of those days that it was, I get tired sometimes about halfway through and I think, okay, I'm going to get up, go to the bathroom, have Cassie fill in for me for a couple minutes. I know you did, Bob. And I know you didn't mean to. It was so funny. So here, it's hard because it's being a salesman. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not a salesman. I never have been. It's hard for me to like push product and stuff. And it's selling crystals. Now the crystals are gorgeous and they're priced really right. So really they sell themselves. I'm just showing them and I'm being my goofy self and telling stories and squirreling out and all that stuff, which makes it fun. But at the same time, we're about 3 hours in and Bob goes, he's sitting over in Boss Man's chair and Bob goes, loud as shit. It was so funny. He goes, I can't even say it. He goes, I'm bored. Poor Bob. Now, he had been freezing all day, like since morning. He was like, I'm so cold because it was 75, 77 degrees out. Outside, and the shop was cool because we keep the shop a lot cooler, so he was freezing all day. He meant to say I'm cold, but he was like, I'm bored. And I looked over and I'm like, did you just say you're bored in the middle of my live out loud? And he's like, oh my gosh, I meant to say I'm cold. And I'm like, tell us how you really feel, Bob. It was so cute. I know you didn't mean that. I was totally cold. You were totally cold. I know you were. It was like the funniest thing because I thought, oh, Freudian slip, Bob, really? It was so cute, though. He was like, he turned about 8 shades of red. He was like, I so did not mean that. And I'm like, yeah, sure, Bob. You didn't mean that. It was really cute. I have a friend who sells used cars. He's great. I'm not. If you find something that you like, come to me. Let's discuss it. But other than that, not much. I love it. And I admire Bob, right? Yes. It was too funny. I just love Bob. And Bob, I know he's been worried about it. Don't even worry about it. It was so funny because I just was like, tell me you did not say that out loud on my live. Why don't you just say, what are you people all doing there? You don't want to buy anything on that table. It was just too funny. It was really funny. And it was kind of a comic relief thing, you know. It was funny. I was like, what the fuck? I know he's so cute. So it was really funny. Poor Bob. I just love Bob. Did he get warmed up? Yeah, I think he went and got a blanket or something. Didn't you go get a blanket after that? Because you were like, oh gosh, I can't say that again. Okay, so here we go. 15 minutes in and Mama's just starting. I know. So here we go. King of Wands. I'm so sad I missed you all today. I did see my mother harassing the comments though. Don't be sorry. Your mother was cute. I had the Reiki hood on all day. Yes. Yep. These are not new glasses, but I have a couple pairs of reading glasses. So it depends on which ones I grab. I usually grab my brown ones, but you did way better than last week. Yeah, well, last week we didn't do a nooner last week. Because it was after the Blue Moon sale. So it was, everybody had kind of outspent themselves for the Blue Moon sale. We decided not to do one, but okay. I love you too, Jess. Anyways, yeah, where the heck is my... So, no, I have still not found my book, so I have to say thank you to MA, who continues to take pictures of the books that I normally use and send me pictures of the books so that I still have them to use. I know I'm going to find them. They're going to be in some goofy spot, just sitting there all together, all three of them, and I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, there's my books right there all together. This card always makes me think the king is trying to show everyone how big his wand is. Oh, well, Lorelai, you will see in a couple cards that we have today that you are right in some aspects, for sure. I did not check my trunk. I know. I took one box out of my trunk. It was a shoe box, and they weren't in the shoe box. There's 2 other boxes back there. I'll try to remember to take them out this week. Yes. Yes. Now I'm buffering. Oh, damn it, man. Am I? Hold on. Oh, am I buffering or are you buffering? Am I buffering for everyone? You're fine for me? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Kay. Poor Kay. Okay, so here we go. This is the Ultimate Guide to the Tarot by Liz Dean. The suit of fire is the element. The astrological associations are Cancer and Leo. The key meaning is an honorable man. So the King of Wands is an aspect of the Emperor of the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands. The 4. The Emperor. The 4 of the Major Arcana. Whew, I told you, I'm a little tired, a little loopy. Plus, once again, I'm trying to cut down on my meds. I'm trying not to squirrel. But so I'm only on half meds for a little while until our insurance kicks in. Because I'm running low. So as an ADD sufferer, that makes it really hard sometimes to focus. The Emperor or Father archetype, who brings structure, order, and authority. The King of Wands is the father aspect of the Emperor, who offers inspiration and communication. The King's robe and the back of his throne are decorated with black salamanders. Black salamanders. So that's the fire. You know that's the fire suit. Salamanders are a fire animal. the creatures who have legendary fireproof skin. A live salamander appears to the right of the card to reinforce its importance as a symbol of the king's suitive element of fire. So again, here is, whoops, hold on. Sorry. Oh, here is the salamander to the right of the card. Lions also decorate the throne, and the king wears a lion head amulet around his neck. So that is a lion head. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but that's a lion head. Hi, Amethyst. Around his neck. Where the heck am I? Oh, I'm telling you. There it is. A symbol of strength and protection, linking with one of his zodiac signs, Leo the lion. His wand has 4 buds. So this wand, 4 buds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Symbolizing, which relate to the number of his ancestor card, the Emperor. And also symbolizes the 4 elements. His crown, cuffs, and cape have flame motifs, and he wears a fiery orange robe and cloak. His cap is red. At first glance, it would appear he has red hair, but this is actually called the cap of maintenance, worn by nobility and other 3. The card's element is air of fire. So the king, in this case, Liz Dean, believes that the kings are air. We talked about every court card also stands for, symbolizes an element all on its own. So according to Liz Dean, the kings are the air element of the suit. What does arrow stand for? I don't see an arrow, honey. What arrow? And the king, because air is the element of knowledge, of mind. The king is the knowledgeable, the most knowledgeable of the suit. So the air of fire, which can be interpreted as fire that breathes. The more air a fire has to burn, the brighter the fire and the higher the flames. This also reveals the king's challenge to keep feeding his desires without burning himself out. The green of his cowl and shoes symbolizes nature and wood, which feeds a fire. So he is mindful that to thrive, he needs to be in a productive, supportive environment. So once again, with a court card, don't forget that this can be one of 2 things. This can either be a person or it can be an influence. So if we're talking about a person, we will be talking about the traits that this person symbolizes. If we are talking about influences, then we can talk about what kind of influences are coming into your life. Okay? As a person, the King of Wands is a man of the world. Again, doesn't necessarily mean man, but it does mean the masculine traits that we think of as masculine. He is authoritative. He is, because he's a king, he is usually mature. He's authoritative. He knows what he wants and he goes out to get it. He's confident. He is aggressive. He's in control. He goes out and moves things forward. He's a leader. That kind of a person. He is likely that he has traveled widely, experiencing many cultures and countries. Talkative, energetic. His ideal vocations include business and management, communication and marketing, the travel industry, acting, and other roles that depend on self-motivation and individuality. He may be self-employed, running a business, or acting as a freelance consultant. He has wisdom, very high standards that he applies to himself and to those around him. and strong integrity. He's courteous, he's considerate, he stays true to his values and acts according to his moral code. He does not allow other people to tell him what he should be doing, where he should be going, or how he should be doing anything. He is in control. He does not back down. He does not, when someone says to him, why are you doing it that way? There's a much better, easier way to do it. He does not go, oh, is there? Okay. He goes, because I know what I'm doing. I know where we are. I know how to get to where I'm going. Stay out of my way. Or come follow me. Right? He can be a leader. He can lead people very easily. But he is able to say, this is the path we need to move in. And it doesn't matter if anyone tells him he's not doing it the right way. He still will move forward in exactly the way he knows to be correct. And without hesitation. As an influence, this is the right time to express your ideas and be the individual you are. So for me, there's a big double connotation here of confidence. Confidence to stand in your power. Stand in your power. You have the power. Stand in it. Be it. Do it. You have the ability. Move forward now. Don't let anybody stop you. Summon your entrepreneurial spirit. Make a plan, and what you propose will be well received. The practical support you need will be there, but you need to be the initiator. What you do now reflects your truth. Don't let perfectionism get in the way of your creativity. So fire wands is creative spirit. Don't forget that the wands are very creative. It's the creative spirit. So don't let your need to be perfect stand in the way of your power. Even sometimes if things aren't perfectly okay, you still can move forward creatively. You still can say, you know what? I know what I'm doing. All the pieces may not have settled into the correct places yet, but it is time to move forward. What you do is more than good enough. More than good enough. Okay, so we are going to Benebell Wen's Tome of Tarot. I'm feeling called out. Sorry. Go for it. Take action. Look at some of the songs that I posted in the event page. Very good for this. I love Champion. The Champion song by the little blonde American Idol winner there. What the hell's her name? As Winston Churchill said, if you find yourself in hell, keep walking. That's right. Yes, that's right. What the hell is her name? No, Kelly, not like the other one, the little country girl who was taking care of her animals. Carrie Underwood. That's it. Such a good song. Go and take a look at that. That's a great song, especially the one with Ludacris in it. It's awesome. That's the energy that we're talking about. Very much stand in your power. So Benebell Wen, her big holistic tarot. Benebell sees the kings as the fire element. Okay. Now, we always talk about when we have a court card, some people see the court cards in a different aspect. Usually it's only one or the other. There's usually only two. But some people I see the king as air, as thought, Benabel, and some people see the king as fire, as the passion, the energy of the suit. So this, according to Benabel, this is fire of fire. So this is the ultimate fire energy, creative power, spirit. Authoritarian, demanding, noble, honest. A red-headed, fiery man, one hand clenched in a fist, the other holding his wand, sits on his golden throne. Lions, symbolic of strength, and salamanders, symbolic of intuition and psyche, emblazon his throne and cloak. The points of his crown are reminiscent of flames. Yes, it is all right to believe either. Absolutely. And the more you learn about tarot and the more readings that you do, you'll start to figure out which one you lean towards more. So if you pull a king and you find that you are connecting to the thought process, to the intelligence, to that kind of thing, then you feel more air in the kings. That's okay. If you find yourself leaning more towards, when you pull the kings, that you feel the power, the creativity, the passion of the king more, then you're going to say that you connect more with kings to the fire of the suit. So the King of Wands represents creative male energy. He is a natural born leader with a strong presence, an extrovert. The King of Wands is a man who thinks he is always right, a man of strong will. There is fiery male energy with authority. He is most likely married or the head of his household. The King of Wands is handsome, passionate, noble, strong, but hasty and quick to temper, quick to judgment. Whereas the Knight of Wands is often brash or temperamental because he doesn't know any better. The King of Wands is brash and temperamental because he demands others to be as capable, efficient, and as accomplished as him. So it could change depending on what you're feeling at the time of reading. Yes, absolutely, I agree. There are times that I see much more power in the King of Wands. There are times that I see much more intellect in the King of Wands. So yes, it could absolutely change within a reading. For sure. Anyway, so the King of Wands, the negative kind of aspect of this is that he demands everyone be as confident, as straightforward, as extroverted as he is himself, which means that he doesn't have a whole lot of tolerance when you are kind of a meek person, if you're an introvert, if you are not comfortable in stepping forward, if you are letting people walk on you. There isn't a whole lot of tolerance with that. He really is, and I find myself, there are times I have my King of Wands days. I have to be careful because I expect other people to stand in their power as much as I do. And when they don't, I kind of can get forceful about it. So there are days that I really have to be careful. That's the negative side of this, is that we can't always expect everyone else to stand in their power as we do. It's hard sometimes when you have found your power. It's hard sometimes to watch people that you know have the potential to stand in their power be meek and let people walk on them, and you're like, no, you can't allow that. Stand up. It is hard. It is hard to do that. Jen, you must spend most of your days researching these cards because you give so much information. I spend a lot of time, Sonia. I don't spend most of my days, but I do spend a lot of time studying, researching, writing notes. Definitely. The cards around it will tell you whether it's a power or intellect. Yes, absolutely. And that's true, Coastal. And because I don't talk a lot about that, right? About the cards that are around it. I keep thinking once we get through the initial, like through the whole set, then we can start talking about, okay, now we look at the cards that are surrounding it. What do we get from them? There's things like, which way is this king facing? If he's facing this way and there's a card over here, then he's paying attention to this part of the reading. So what does that tell you? There's things that you start to incorporate with the cards around them, that as you become a better reader, you start to read the cards, the spread as a whole. And we will get to that, I promise you guys. I'm hoping once we get through the initial cards, then I can kind of direct people back to these cards, and then we can start talking about, how to read a spread in general and how to read a person, and pull their energy into the reading and that kind of thing. I'm so glad to have you all. I always second guess myself. We love you, Trisha. Yes, the cards start to talk to each other. Absolutely. Yes. Is that your chair you're in, embroidered with tiny stars? It's not. They're little squares, actually, but it's my throne. I love that it's my throne. I'm going to reupholster it very soon. But yes. You read the chapter and not just the page. Yes, exactly, Christiana. Exactly. Yes. Exactly. Okay, let me go back here. Figuratively, the King of Wands could indicate leadership or effective management of the seeker's career or creative projects. From French playing card tradition, the King of Wands is said to correspond with Alexander the Great. So you can think of Alexander the Great, that kind of energy, right? And thus, in tarot, the card could call to mind the traits historically associated with him. He rules over other kings by mandate. Double fire association of the King of Wands suggests that among the courts he is the lead sovereign by the will of the heavens. And thus the King of Wands is the king among kings. Could signify Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Yes, yes, yes. 3 kings, yes. Perfect. So blonde, aggressive, bisexual. Yes, yes, yes. He was such a conqueror. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Okay, so the last book is Modern Tarot by Michelle T. This is the one where she kind of talks to you like she's your girlfriend. The King of Wands is the King of Fire. His blooming staff signifies how extra alive he is and how creative. His totem alamander. Hi, honey. His totem animal is the salamander, which legend. I cannot speak. Hold on. Let me do this. Okay. His totem animal is the salamander, which legend holds was able to hang out in actual fire and slither away unscathed. Salamanders decorate his cape, and one scampers by his throne. This guy is a born leader, not in a pushy, grabby way, but because he radiates a certain capability. He radiates it. You look at him and you think, oh, he is the leader. When, if you know how sometimes you're all in a room together with a bunch of people, and suddenly the room kind of gets quiet and everyone looks to one person, whether or not nobody's ever met them or not, everyone kind of knows, oh, this is the leader, or thinks sometimes it's not the right person. But everyone kind of gravitates and thinks, okay, they're going to speak now, because they have that aura of leadership, of I'm in control here. I'm going to tell you. People get the vibe that he can take care of business, and he does. His creativity isn't necessarily artistic. He is a more solutions person, able to solve problems, prone to flashes of insight, brilliance. That's why I think of intelligence more, because he's that brilliance of, oh, no, this is the way we have to go. If the King of Wands shows up in your life as an actual person, You'll probably find this person pretty impressive. They're often in leadership positions. If you find yourself working or studying under this character, you will learn a lot. They tend to be good teachers, eager to share what they know, at ease with the subject. If the king is more of a peer in a work situation, you might want to step up your own game. They tend to raise the bar without even trying. They have a lot of energy and are driven by curiosity. These people make great friends, helpful and caring and exciting to be around. And if you're romantically involved, they'll put a ring on it. Right? They will commit. They'll hold your interest for years to come, and you'll hold theirs so long as your mind and energy can match their own action-oriented inquisitiveness. If you are the King of Wands, it probably means you are being called to take a leadership position. Hopefully, this is a pleasant situation. The king leads quite naturally, so the card does suggest that this role has developed very organically. It's made for you, and you'll slip into it easily and with lots of excitement. If you feel out of sorts, ask yourself if it's the role that makes you uncomfortable or the work. If you don't find the work stimulating, get out. Get out of it. Don't spend your life in it. You are made to shine, and you have so many interests that you're bound to find an arena that inspires you. If the work is great, but the leadership role is challenging, rise to the occasion. Summon your inner king and greet your people. This position would not have come to you if you weren't ready and worthy. If your confidence is a little low, it might be a fake it till you make it kind of situation. When you experience how skilled you are and others see and appreciate your leadership, you'll become more self-assured and be grateful that you didn't let the initial worry sabotage such a great experience. See, I might have been feeling called out, but now my ego is feeling a bit regal, right? If this is a romantic situation, you are probably in a dynamic that requires you to take the lead. So if it is about a romantic situation, if you pull this in a love reading, it's time for you to take the lead. Understand that this person is, the person that you're with is not the leadership type. This is where you need to step up and lead the relationship to where you want it to go. Hopefully this is enjoyable to you. The King of Wands is a dominant personality, so even if it feels a bit unusual, if you're having a good time, go for it. Likewise, if a romance isn't getting off the ground, it's probably because it's up to you to make that happen. Similarly, if you have your eye on someone, it would be a great moment to make a move. If it represents a situation, it's one that will very much engage you, make great use of your plentiful energy, and give you room to grow. Depending on the nature of the situation, you may find yourself eventually making a good amount of cash, running the show, hooking up with a serious life partner, whatever sounds like a good result to you. This king represents scenarios where you are the leader. If you are in any situation that feels stagnant or confusing, it's telling you to take control. Do it. Take control. Do it. Orgasmically, not organically. But my mind loves the gutter. Leave your mind in the gutter. It's more fun down there. That's true. Thank you, Sonia. You're so sweet, honey. So, great. I love the energy of this card is like, get the fuck up. Do it. Get going. Move. You can do this. You have it in you. Please step up in your power. You have it. Don't let anyone else tell you don't. Don't let anyone else say to you, you can't do this. You don't have enough experience. You can't do this. You don't know enough about it. You can't. Don't let, if you're pulling that card, embody it. Be it. Be that power. You have it. So let's look at some examples. We have the Sun and Moon Tarot. I love this. A black is Shia LaBeouf shouting, do it! Do it! Yeah, kind of. A black unicorn. He's riding a black unicorn. Has a wand that is on fire. And he is rising to the challenge of the fire. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. This is a great card. I do want to read the Bone Stone, of course. The Bone Stone deck has a wonderful, wonderful example of the King of Wands. Love it, love it, love it. Here is the King of Wands for the Bone Stone Earth Flash Tarot. Here we have Ra, the god Ra. Oh, how he blazed, the king of the sun. Born of its fiery ripple, he poured out onto the sand and took form soon after, beautiful and alluring. He walked with conviction, intense in his way. His eyes smoldered and a hint of fire flickered within. He was captivating. Some say he was born fully grown. Others say he was raised from babe to a man. But no one truly knows the stories of the gods, and so they say a great many things. Nevertheless, what is known of him is impossible to ignore. He holds sway over the very sun and the sky. He moves to a solar rhythm. You would think that a creature with such magnificent capabilities would be a tyrant, but such was not the case. The sun god was every bit as human as any other. Never seeing himself as more, he never sought to gain dominance. He was perfectly content in his position, knowing all the while that if there was anything he wanted, if there was anything he need only ask and it would be given to him. But did he ask? No, he did not ask. For instead, he chose to give. He gave warmth, light, and life to those in need. His energy was enchanting. It was easy to become entranced when you saw him. He flowed with a natural sort of light and a gentle smile that dazzled even the blind. He was just as much felt as he was seen. He was born a king. It was his destiny, whether he wanted it or not. And while his truth was undeniable, he was absolutely in no rush to build a throne and be crowned as king. He believed in his heart that every person was their own ruler, and that man was not there to be ruled. He determined that man would need to be inspired, guided. He determined that man needed to be activated, to be ushered into their greatness. With this realization, he began his work. He decided to be the sun to all. To all. Yay, Ra. So this is your push forward. Step into your power. Step into it. Get it. Here we have, this is the Forest of Enchantment deck. Beautiful. He has the power. In this one, this is the Keeper of Spells, the King of Wands, the Keeper of Spells, the Keeper of Spells. He has the power to manifest the fire. Love this. Beautiful. That manifestation. Yes. This is the Tarot of the Divine. Here's the Phoenix rising from the ashes. Of course, is the Phoenix. The ability to say, you know what? You think you have kicked me down. You think you have burned me up. I'm going to rise from the ashes. There is nothing I can't do. You think I am ash? Oh, little do you know. I am still going. I'm going to rise from those ashes and defeat, overcome. Beautiful. I know I'm going to go through kind of quick tonight because, like I said, I am a little tired. Here we have True Black. True Black Tarot. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. With the light. Did I get out the wrong card? See how tired I am? Hold on, I got out the wrong damn card. This is the King of Pentacles. I may be slightly tired today. That's it. I'm fired. Yep, it's Pentacles. Damn it, man. That's it. Mama Squirrel's fired. No more for me. Here we go. Here it is. Let's try that again. Okay. King of Wands. Take two. King of Wands. Look at the fire there. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. There's not fire on that card. Okay, here we go. King of Wands. Look at the Phoenix. Love it. Okay. His word rouses spirits. His presence inspires. His hand is raised high as a commanding gesture to move forward and follow his lead. He wears confidence proudly through a crown of peacock feathers and steps forward with conviction. The king's creativity and intrepid attitude will carve new paths while drawing admirers from all corners, and calls for us to take these same strides. Lead a project, create something new, unify a group. It's wearing confidence, but not much else. That's right. Yes. The scarf is in the way. Well, Kay, it's funny you say that, because the next card, the scarf, is not in the way. Once again, warning, this deck has nudity. It has full frontal nudity. This is the King of Wands, so guess what? It's going to have a lot of full frontal nudity. This is the Sabbath Tarot. The Sabbath Tarot. This is the Lord of Staffs. Again, full frontal nudity. Please understand, there is nudity. If you do not want nudity, stop watching, skip ahead, whatever. Here we go. Lord of Staffs. The Devil of Fire sits as the colossal horned Lord of Witches, holding the pitchfork. Hold on, I want to see your reactions. Holy hell. Hello, sir. Yes. Hello, sir. So, let's appreciate. His wand is burning. Yes, yes it is. Look at his hand, his black hand. He is able to reach into the fire. Holding the pitchfork that is conjuring the element of fire that he wields to inspire new witches, igniting their witch flame. I just clicked in. What of you? Hi, Lori. He burns with the fire of passion and invention. Below him is the forest of possibility that arouses the curious to take a step into its darkness, discovering the potential of our strength and courage. He welcomes his witches with the visage of a handsome gentleman, a symbol of his magnetic energy that rouses the witches' passion as they dance around his great ebony throne. LOL. Who noticed his hands? I did, damn it. I like hands. Look at, hold on. See his hand? Look at the bells hanging off of his staff. Look at the ram's horns. The forest. I know his big penis is there. I gotcha. But yes, they can. And he's a very capable leader. He's very obviously a very capable leader. And I will say, he rouses something. This is the absolute epitome of a confident leader, right? Is he crossing his legs? Is he kind of hiding what he's got? Nope, not even close. His legs are wide open. He's like, yep, I'm here. I'm out here. I'm hiding nothing. I have no problem with leading you in exactly who I am. And you are going to listen to me. You are going to do what I say, period. That's it. There is no question in his eyes. I'm sure that's not all he's capable of. Exactly. He's a total top. He's a total top. You're probably right. I know you guys want to look at something else, but his facial structure is, I'm here and you cannot ignore me. Yeah, yes. Who just said that? Ashley, yes. He would be the guy that stands naked in front of you going, helicopter, helicopter, while swinging his hips around. Yes, absolutely. Yes, he is complete and total confidence. There is no abashedness. There's no room for anything less than what he's asking for. Period. End. We'll move on. I don't want to stay on one for too long. Peggers are charming, yes, but there's a lot going on. Exactly, which is why I like the deck. Yes, is there penises? Yes, there's penises. But they have something to say. There's not, I don't feel like there's nakedness just to be nakedness. Every time that there's nakedness because they see it as a natural phenomenon, and it says something. It says something about the card. I feel that. I've seen naked decks sometimes that really are just naked decks. They're just, here, we're going to show a lot of penises. I don't feel like that with this one. The Witch's Insurrection deck. So this is the other deck that does have nakedness in it. So it is out in your face. This is kind of full frontal, but you can't see as much. This is the Witch's Insurrection. This is the one that is done by the ex-sex worker, and she always has a lot to say. There's always a reason for this. There is a reason for the things that she puts out there. So this is, the kings in this deck are called the Harlot, because she, in her words, she is reclaiming that word. She's reclaiming that harlot. And she is going to stand in that power. And this is a perfect example of that. Here we have the Harlot of Wands. The harlot sits backwards on a chair, the fire of the match she used to light her cigarette, symbolizing her life force and creativity. She is a leader, knowing how to keep men in line and convince them to do her bidding. She is quietly confident and knows better than to let the world tell her what she is capable of or what she should do. That is up to her to decide. She doesn't waste time on projects or people who bleed her of her resources. Listen up, women, especially. But instead directs her energy towards things that will do the most good, not only for her, but for others. She is a reminder not to let the opinions of others sway you, but to choose your own path, to stay focused on it, rather than allowing the goings-on of the world at large to distract you from your chosen purpose. Lovely. Love, love, love this deck. It is, once again, a reminder to stand in our power. Yes, the feather is normally a symbol of the air element. In this deck, because it's a deck from an ex-sex worker, the feather is a form of creativity, of creative power, because of the ticklers and the way that sex workers use a feather. And she explains that in the deck. So I know it seems like it's air, but for her, it is a symbol of creative power and creative energy. So there's a reason for it, again, to have that feather there. This is the Lay of Nine Worlds. And in the Brady Tarot, it's fire and arrows are air. Yep. These last two cards are really helpful in how to interpret the details in the card, especially because at first they seem so different. Yes, yes, absolutely, for sure. And that's why I like to show all these different kinds of decks, because you're like, oh, how does that possibly relate to this card, the story, the feeling, the energy that I feel from this card, and you can see the different aspects of it. That's why I like to do things this way, to do this study this way, is to show different. Here, this is the Lay of Nine Worlds deck. So here we have the King of Wands. And again, it doesn't have to be a man. It just has to be that kind of energy, that aggression, that moving forward, that leadership ability, that standing in your power. And she very obviously can stand in her power. She holds the wand. She sits on the throne. She has gray hair. I know it's hard to tell. It's kind of bluish, but it's supposed to be a more elder woman. She has the apron that she wears is an apron from Viking culture that says that she's a leader. So different aspect of the card. This is from the Everyday Witch Tarot. Here we have the King of Wands, and he is mapping out the world, the plan for where they're going next. And even the cat has to listen, right? So he's such a leader that the cat, who we all know, cats are not great listeners. They kind of do what they want and say, screw you. So in this case, even the cat is paying attention. He is a leader. He does have a plan, and he's executing that plan, and he's making sure even the cat has to pay attention and follow the plan. That is Everyday Witch Tarot. Here we have the Celtic Tarot. This is by Christopher Hughes. And the guy is just teasing him with a twig. You could be right. Knowing cats, yeah, you definitely could be right. All right, Lorelei, have a good one. The Celtic Tarot. Now, the Celtic Tarot, one thing that the Celtic Tarot is known for, and I actually love, love, love this deck, is penis thrones. Well, of course, then, the King of Wands is going to have a penis throne. Once again, standing in his power. He has the ability to be aggressive, to not allow anyone to back down, to not back down from anyone else, to sit and be as powerful as he's going to be. Here we have him sitting on this big, huge, erect penis throne. And most of the kings sit on big, erect penis thrones for some reason in this deck. So just be aware. I love this deck, though. It's a great, big, rich energy. Yes. It's a great deck because it's very Celtic. I like it a lot. Here we have the Light Seers. Again, you can see the maturity of the man. The lion is looking on and he's not even facing him. He's not worried about it. He's got one hand in his pocket. He is leading. He has no problem. He knows that the lion is going to fall in line, right? He's not worried at all. Love the subtle power. Yes. Very subtle. But so much like, I got this. There is nobody here that is going to tell him anything. He knows exactly where he is. Thank you. I know, Coastal, I was going to say, and the other one is lighting a cigarette. I was totally thinking the same thing. I've been singing it every time I see this card. I sing that song. Yeah, he is delicious, isn't he? I don't know if it's because I'm in my crone phase now, but he is a pretty man. I don't like boys anymore. Gotta have me a man. Then we have the Muse Tarot. This is the Muse of Inspiration. Muse of Inspiration. And this actually has a very good story behind it. Let me take a quick peek here. We're doing really well, you guys. We're actually almost done. We've only got like 4 cards left. So we're almost there. Welcome, tiny traveler, to the world of inspiration. Expect to be initiated in ways you cannot yet imagine. Fully captivated by ideas and propelled by the enthusiastic ambition. This muse offers fire to brand the edges of your experience and racing excitement to ignite the wisdom in your heart. She asks you to enlist the help of others along the way, and she shares her power to turn to ash that which has been anchoring you. Let go of that which has been anchoring you. Remember that your warm cocoon of confidence and determination will light up your heart with belief and inspiration. It will sing into being a phoenix energy that will allow you to rise from the depths of anything that has been put in your path. With butterfly heart flutters and breath to deliver life, it's time to set your world aglow. Vision and acumen will be your guides. It's time to find purposeful success and take inspired action as you fall in love with your goals. Step forward. Do what you need to do to be the leader of your own life. That reminds me of the Sphinx in Neverending Story. Oh, right? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Great, great card. The Merry Day, the Merry Day Tarot. Here we have the King of Fire. Love, love, love this one. The dragon around his neck, the fiery eyes. I just love the imagery of this one. This is the Merry Day. Gorgeous. Gorgeous card. Okay, we're down to the last 3. This is the Arc Tarot and Oracle. Of course, the King of Wands in the animal kingdom is the tiger. Loyalty and honorable spirit ferocious. Look at that look. He is not backing down. Talk about confidence, right? Like, come on, bring it on if you think you got that. Okay.
Good for a second.
Are we here? Bueller. Bueller. Here, mini glitch. Okay, good. Just checking. Okay, last two cards. Here we go. You're doing great, guys. We're almost there. Don't forget, Thursday is Rune Thursday. This one is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin with the story. I love reading this story weekly. Love, love, love reading the story. I never let anything stop me, and nor should you. I want to run, so I run. Yes, it takes creative planning, but like most things, it can be done. My winning combination is organization combined with vision, vim, and vigor. If you tell me it's not possible for me to have vision, then I'd ask you to think again. My realm is that of the imagination, the dazzling darkness from which dreams come forth, and there I see perfectly well. I can conceive and create anything I like in that place of all possibility. There are no eyes needed, only focus and intent. There are no limits when you have insight rather than just plain sight. Perception is what matters, not eyes. Plenty have those and see nothing. I am perfectly happy as I am in this moment, deliberately putting one foot in front of the other and being the best version of myself I can be. The best. I want to be a blazing beacon, not a star lamenting it couldn't be bigger or brighter. I believe in taking up whatever baton we're passed in life and going forth with it fearlessly. If I fall, which I frequently do, I laugh, get up, and carry on with every error helping me formulate a new strategy. I'm not done yet with the story, but can we all try that? If I fall, which I often do, I laugh, get up, carry on with every error helping me formulate a new strategy. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, Ashley, absolutely. If I can pick myself up, so can anyone. Just you remember that the next time you do the poor me routine. Don't invite me to your pity party. If I'm an inspiration as the flamboyant blind runner, then I embrace my role with grace and I hope humility. If not me, then who? If not now, then when? I'll give a motivational speech, yet I prefer to lead by example, rousing people and lifting their spirits. I'm honored to be at the head of a team, and if nobody follows me, I'll keep running anyway. But I think others will join me, and together we'll be great, the greatest. Do it. Be the hero in your own life. One more. And that is the Algoliath Tarot. The Algoliath. The beautiful energy of the King of Wands has a real sense of purity. We see a vibrant and strong white stag looking right at us. He is glowing, his antlers branching out to form a beautiful dream-catcher crown. Around him are long white feathers suggesting a sense of bold, vibrant purity. This card is indicating that you have grown strong and moved on from your past transgressions and errors, boundlessly optimistic of the future and working hard to make things happen. This is the male archetype of a man that is all about action of dreams and desires, and where people naturally gravitate towards his leadership qualities and dependability. He works well with others and can keep his team on track to see orders through. Good, good, good. Okay, so let's do before and after. So this is the present card. Right before this, he has, look at that, the lion laying before him. So he is able to control again. And the famous hand from the cloud coming out and handing him his staff. So the staff is divinely given, right? We can, anytime we see that hand, we know it's, you were born with this. You were given this from the divine, from the universe says that you are able to lead. That's a good before card. I do see fire and air in that card. Yeah, I do too. A lot of times I don't see both aspects, but definitely in this one. So this is the present and this is the after. So here we are now. The little salamander is sitting in his hand. The lion has gone away. And the staff is growing more branches. So more and more people are following him. And the salamander is sitting in his hand just as an example. It's great. That's the after. Now we're going to see the behind, the new visions, Tarot of the New Visions. This is the aspect that we're looking at. If we flipped it around, this is totally and completely boring. What do we see? We see the lion maybe laying down. We see, I don't know, the backside of his throne. Hi, Hexen. Kind of a boring one. Not too much to see different there. Finally, and lastly, before we pick a new card for next week, we have Stephen's notes, which again, thank you to Stephen, who tirelessly every week gives me these notes. If you are pulling the King of Wands in a reading, if it is a career and finance reading, the King of Wands indicates someone who is energetic, motivated, and action-centered in the workplace. However, unlike the Knight of Wands, who can be a bit impulsive, the King of Wands has gained the wisdom of thinking things through properly before acting. This indicates experience, confidence, and leadership. In finance, this is a good card as it suggests enterprise and innovation necessary to achieve financial success. Hi, Dory. In a health reading, the King of Wands indicates good health and vitality. There may be a tendency to overdo things, so this card advises making sure there is sufficient times of rest and relaxation as well as action. Relationships. The King of Wands indicates a person in the relationship with the qualities of the King of Wands, such as confidence, vision, passion, independence, being action-oriented. With the passion they bring to the relationship, there will be plenty of fun and a sense of adventure. They are very independently minded and forge their own path. They do not like being restricted or controlled, and if you try to do that, you may provoke the hot, fiery temper of that king. The positive side is that he will be very loving and protective. This could be a fire sign, namely Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. In a general reading, the King of Wands indicates the experience and enthusiasm to accomplish any goals that are set. It represents the ability to motivate others and lead the way forward. As a person, they are mature, confident, charismatic, and natural-born leader. The King of Wands represents a fiery passion, which occasionally erupts in a fiery temper, but it's usually loving and protective and adventurous. And in closing with the King of Wands, stand in your power. Do not let people roll over you. Make sure that you are stepping forth in the power that you have. Period. Without hesitation. Okay? Sound good? Let's see what card we are studying next week. I have to figure out which side. I think it's this side. Yeah, it's this side. Okay. So we are, when you look at the number of cards we have done this many cards, and we have left this many cards. So come on, non-depressing card, right? Even the depressing cards, though, to me, they're there. I know, but it's harder to get a depressing card. I totally get it. But they're there to teach us to construct, a lesson, which I know is really hard when you're in the midst of it. But I always try to think, okay, what the hell am I supposed to be learning? What is it that I'm going through this for? What's the light at the end of the tunnel that I can't see? Every card has that. All right, here we go. This one's right in the middle. Are we doing another king? King of Cups. King of Cups, which is emotions. So this is the air of emotions, or the fire of emotions, depending on the fire of water or the air of water, depending on, which way you think. So this is the intelligence of your emotions. All right, so the King of Cups next week, on Tuesday, I will create the event. Don't forget to look in on the events that are coming up. We have this Thursday is Runes Thursday, where it's the first study we have of the runes. We're not doing one particular rune this Thursday. We are doing just kind of a general history background of the runes. We'll talk, Jackie. Then on the 22nd, we have Kellyanna. I'm going to be interviewing Kellyanna. Please, you guys, think about what questions you would want to ask Kellyanna. She is an incredible pagan singer who sings a lot of the songs that I sing at Ritual all the time. If you don't know her, I did put up the playlist in the event page. So please, I don't think I've gotten one question for her yet. So please, I have my own, but please post any questions that you can think of for her. And we have the event page is all set up for Witchypalooza. Take a look in there. Start to plan on coming to Witchypalooza if you can. It's an incredible experience. We really try to make it so that everybody has a good time and learn something and can, yes, you have, sorry. Good night, honey, and really is able to have a good time and be with like-minded people. So take a look at that. And I will post the event for next Tuesday, which is going to be the King of Cups. In the meantime, stand in your power. Click the like button on the way out. I love you all. We'll see you Thursday.